Hello, everybody. It's Kyle with the Brothers Claws, starting up episode 19 of Pandora with Kyle. We're just going to check on our bees real quick and get this swapped out because I've been using a lot of wax lately. Um, so I just need to make sure that I keep doing this stuff. So this is all I've been doing lately with the bees, and hopefully today we might try to automate this because it's getting tedious. Done a couple of things off camera, continued to, rotate bees and that kind of thing. I also was able to get the Terminus module to work. I'm not sure why I couldn't get it to work before, but I didn't do anything different. I just tried placing it again, and it seems to be working right now. So I have it terminating gravel and sand, dirt, and my extra bees. I had it doing cobblestone, but it just bounced cobblestone back and forth so much that I was getting tired of looking at it. So you can see I have a lot of extra stuff that I need to be getting rid of. So I think the very first thing we're going to do today is build a... probably build another recycler and see what we can do about maybe speeding up this process a little bit. So let me get some things situated here, and I'll be right back and we'll get started. Okay, I've already changed my mind. So after looking at my resources, I've only got one basic logistics pipe left, and I don't have any more chipsets to make more yet. So since I only have the one left, I'm not going to make a chassis pipe and the recycler and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to make some use out of this last pipe and do something that we've done already once. But we're going to do it again here. So I need those. I'm going to need one of those. And I think I need a bunch of normal pipes. Okay, and I want to get this thing so it's a little less manual. So let's break through here, pick up all this stuff, and just get this stuff routed over. And I think I'm also going to get it just to one engine. It's not as fast, but I think it's okay. If I've got it constantly being fueled, it's not as big of a deal. I can just walk away. So we can fill in the hole a little bit. Oops, that's not where I wanted that to go. And we're going to build a liquid supplier pipe. So if I remember right, that was like this. Maybe like that? No. Oh, buckets. That's right. I have 2 buckets. So pipe, bucket, bucket, and lapis. We will throw that right there. And we're going to tell it to keep 5 in there again. So I'm probably also going to need to turn this on because I went and harvested all that wax, but I haven't started, or honeycomb, but I haven't started processing it yet. You can see the dirt's just kind of bouncing back and forth, waiting for room to show up in here. So this thing's been recycling for quite a while now. I have a ton of scrap. We'll get to what this scrap is for at some point. I also had the tree farm running for a long time, so I've got a ton of wood and a whole bunch of saplings. I've got a bunch of peat. Right now the tree farm and the peat bog are off because I have plenty of resources there. So let's see how we're doing in this thing. Nothing yet. Not sure what it's waiting for. Probably wax. No, there's some wax in there. It might be that it's not connected. I think this is the similar kind of problem I was having over here. If you look, you can see how this is a orangish color when it's connected to this, and I think these are, nope, they're red also. I'm wondering if this pipe is not quite working. What if I tell it yes? Nope, still not going. Well, I'll keep my eye on it for a little bit. It should start going here soon. It's probably waiting for enough resources to do a full request, meaning all 5 of them at once. Even though I just changed this, it might not reset until the next request. So that's going. And the other problem that I've been running into is I keep running out of power in here, which I'm out of power at the moment. So let's upgrade this bat box, because when I'm not running any machines, what happens is it gets full to 40,000 EU, and then I end up using it all up in one night with the machines running automatically. So the next step up is an MFE. So if we go MFE, we're going to need to make some energy crystals, which requires diamonds and redstone. Let's see if I have enough redstone now. Oops. Ooh, maybe? Let's put this back and this back. And I need 4 diamonds. So... I do have enough. So it was 4 of them, correct? 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm down to almost no redstone. I think I have some over here. Some. I'm going to want more. Let's pull one out and put it over in the chest so that if any more gets picked up, it knows where to go. Oh, I left one in there already. Let's see, I also need a machine block and double insulated gold cable. So I'm going to need some gold. It looks like my machine may have picked up gold. I'm not sure where I got more from, but I'm not objecting. And machine block, which is some refined iron. So let's throw that in here. And rubber. Rubber. There we go. Let's make these pipes. Or pipes. Cables. So I only need 4 of them for now. Okay, so double insulated. Probably going to need to tell it where to sort that. And the machine block, which, look at that, I'm out of power. So let me go sleep real quick. I have a bed that I put outside here just so it was a little closer. So we'll sleep real quick. That should get the machines going again. Now the other thing I'm going to need is a transformer, because this particular box that I'm about to place down doesn't output the right voltage. It's higher voltage. It's 128 EU a tick, I think it is, instead of this one is 32. So it's 32 EU tick, and this next box is 28. So we need an LV transformer, which is this bad boy. So we need some copper cable, copper, and wood. I think I have all of that already. Copper cable, 3 pieces of copper, quite a bit of wood, and that should be good. LV transformer, and I think we're still working on, yep. So how's this doing? I got, that's filling things up. Okay, I'll be back once the refined iron is ready to go. Okay, so we have a machine block. We put our energy crystals all around it. And then our gold insulated cable gives us an MFE. So what we're going to do, because there isn't a ton of power in this thing, I'm not really going to worry about it. I do need to get my wrench. And let's pick up this thing, and we'll pick up this thing. Okay, so the MFE is going to go right here where our bat box was. That way we can get to it, but we need to place the transformer right here. And you'll notice the transformer has two different faces. There's a face with a single dot, and it's a single dot on all the faces, except for one, which has 3 dots. That's how you can tell which side's the high voltage, which side is the low voltage. So the high voltage is the triple dot, so that's facing up. So that is perfect. Now we can place down the MFE, and it should start charging up, and you'll see it holds 600,000 EU compared to the 40,000 that the other machine had. The last thing we need to do is orient it down. So right now this is the output. We want it to go down, and if I did everything right, which I'm pretty sure we did, nothing will explode. And machine should start working again. Perfect. Back in business. So now we've got this somewhat ugly block sitting here that will hopefully charge up a lot more in the future. So let's store this thing away in here. And that, and these, and this, and I don't think I need any of that yet. And we'll put this away. And then while I was off camera, I got enough wax that it actually filled this thing up. So let's get this thing running again. We've got it building redstone golden chipsets so that I can make some more pipes. So that's just going to sit there and run for a while. This is still going. That's mostly empty, but I don't want to turn on both these engines right now because they consume more power than this produces. We're already running low. So I'm going to let this wax stuff finish, and then I'll come back once I have all the wax taken care of. I think to get this jump started, I'm actually going to throw this generator on here anyway and just throw a whole bunch of coal in it. That'll just get this thing jump started up to close to 600,000 EU. That way I can turn on both these as well and get this stuff really going. So I'll be back once we are ready to start the next step, but I want to get some of this stuff restocked. I forgot because I logged in that I had a chime because I've got some mail. So this letter, I expect, is just a notification. This one I'm not so sure about. Let's see what this said. Yeah, okay, so Chad ordered some stuff. Let's see what this one says. Oh, he set up a gold to diamond trade. Okay. I don't think I need gold desperately yet. I did until recently. I actually need diamond more than I need gold. But let's store these. Since I've got 3 of them now, I can show you guys too. Once you've got 3 of these torn letters, you can bring them over to a crafting table, and if you put 3 of them together, you get a piece of paper. It's just kind of a nice way to recover some resources. So we'll put that in there, and the paper is semi-organic. And how's everything doing? That's filling up. That's almost done. So, alright, I'm going to let those finish. I'll be back. Alright guys, so we're getting ready to start on the next step here, and that is automating our bees. Because of what we have available though, I'm going to use Red Power 2 to automate my bee production. And in order to get started on that, I need to not drown. I need some bricks, so I need clay. So I'm out here harvesting up some clay and killing myself apparently. So I'm going to harvest up a bunch of clay, pretty much as I can gather, and I'm going to head back into my machine room, for lack of a better term. Okay, I got 3-ish stacks, so let's just cook up about half of this for now. We'll store the rest, I guess, in miscellaneous junk. And see if we can get some of these bricks out. Oops. Where are the bricks going? They should be going in here. There they are. So we'll put bricks and miscellaneous junk as well. So I'll let a couple of those get made. How are we doing on power? Doing a lot better. We're up a whole bunch. So that's good. We're still recycling over here. Lots of stuff to recycle. At some point I'll have to turn the cobblestone portion back on. Alright, so as soon as I get enough bricks here, I will be right back. Alright, so what we're going to make is the basic kind of tool machine for red power. That's an alloy furnace. It's a lot like the vanilla furnace, which I'm actually just going to replace that one. Apparently I had a bunch of glass in there with this one since I've got the electric. But the alloy furnace actually takes stacks of items for recipes. You can have recipes that are like well, I'm going to make one here and you'll see sort of how it works. So let's take all of this and half of that. And we're going to make a boule. So that requires 8 of those and 8 of these. And what you'll see is it takes all 8 of those. So 16 raw materials becomes this one item. And that item is a silicone boule. So we take the silicone boule, and since I've got a whole bunch of this stuff, I'm just going to let it use up the rest of the one piece of charcoal I put in there and make some more boules. We need to cut it into wafers, and we need diamonds to do that. Running out of diamonds. So I need a diamond handsaw. So I need 2 pieces of iron and some sticks as well. And the handsaw is actually used for quite a few things, this being the first one I've needed it for. But if you put the handsaw with some other item, you'll see it cuts the items in half. So it's actually taking one of them, turning it into 2 wooden planks. And I can cut that even thinner to make panels and covers and all sorts of stuff. But I right now just want to cut this into wafers. And you'll see that the diamond handsaw took some damage. But I'm going to conveniently store it in here as a tool. And then it pretty much won't ever take damage. Sort these things. Okay, and then I also need to turn these into red doped wafers. So there's red and there's blue doped wafers. The red is with redstone, the blue is with nickelite. I need a red doped wafer, which I believe is 4. I don't have 4 pieces of redstone. So I might have to go do some mining. So let's store that. I'll store this in here and these. And this is miscellaneous. So is that. Alright, so I can't quite do that yet. I'll probably go do some mining here in a minute because I really want to get started on this. Yeah, I'm going to go do some mining. I'll be back. You know what, before I do any mining, let's make a lap pack. So this thing runs off of battery power. You've seen me recharging it a couple of times, but I don't know if you've seen how fast it loses its energy. It's very fast. So what you can do is you can make a bat pack which will store energy for you. You just wear it like a chest piece, and every time your tools use energy, they can pull it out of this bat pack. So let's see, I'm going to need a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, I need more redstone to do that. Nope, not going to do that. Alright, let's go mine. I'll be back. Well, that wasn't good. So as I was traveling down here, a creeper was right there, and he blew up my ladder. It's going to be very tough to get back up. I can get that far. You, sir, were a jerk. How am I going to do this? Well, let me go out of the way here, because I did not bring any wood with me. Maybe I can... Oof. Nope, nope. Stop hitting me. Get closer. jerk. Okay, let's make some stairs up or something. Ha! Victory. Alright, now that I know I have a way up, I'm going to head back down and do some actual mining. Well, somehow I ended up with... Oh, you stupid skeleton. I'm going to have to chase him down here and kill him. I will kill you. Death from above. Ah! Where'd he go? Dead. Alright, I'm going to mine. So I think we did pretty well. I found... dang it, didn't mean to throw that. Found redstone fairly quickly, so I don't have a ton of stuff, but let's just dump it all in here. I don't need any of this extra stuff. So we'll just let our system sort it. Apparently we don't have a place for string? Oh yeah, we do. Okay. Alright, let's grab this redstone back out of here now. And one of these. Let's make a red doped wafer, which was 4. I need a piece of coal. Okay, and the item we're going to make here is a, what is it called? Filter? Yes, a filter. So I'm also going to need a couple pieces of gold and a piston. Let's grab this. So a couple pieces of gold. And all the stuff for a piston. Piston, red doped wafer, gold, and cobblestone. That gives us a filter. The other thing we're going to need is a sorting machine, which is 2 more red doped wafer and a blue alloy ingot, and another filter. I should have looked that up. So I need 2 more red doped wafers. I need 2 more pistons. And what else did I need? Cobble, oh yeah, gold. And a blue alloy ingot, which is for nickelite and silver. Okay, I'm going to need some coal also to smelt all that stuff up. So let me smelt all this stuff. I'll start with the blue alloy ingots just as I haven't done it yet, but that's just silver and some nickelite. And then I'll make the 2 red doped wafers as well, and then I'll be back. Alright, so I already made the other filter because you just watched me do that, and I made another red doped wafer because I counted wrong. So then we throw all that in there. Okay, that's one other piece. So these are both red power machines. This one requires power, so we're going to need a bat box, but it's a different bat box. So this is the bat box I've made before. This is an industrial craft bat box. Then this is a red power battery box. So I'm going to need another blue alloy ingot and a whole bunch of nickelite, tin, and copper. And then the one other thing I'm going to need, because I keep doing this, is a solar panel. But again, this is a red power solar panel, which is a whole bunch of blue dope wafers, 8 of them, plus a blue alloy ingot. So I don't think I have enough. Yeah, I have enough of those. I need a whole bunch of nickelite. We'll just grab a whole stack. What else did I need? That's all blue. And then I need a battery box, which requires another blue, some more iron, copper, and tin. So let's just grab the iron, we'll grab tin, we'll grab copper. And let's get started on this stuff. so the first thing I'm going to need is how many of these blue doped? I need 2 blue alloy ingots, but I need blue doped wafers. I think I need 8 of them, right? Yeah, I need 8. And fuel. Duh. So we'll get started on those. And we'll make some batteries, which were like this, and I put all my nickelite in there, which I think is what I need. More nickelite. So I have a ton of nickelite, but all of the red power recipes use a lot of it, so it's not a huge deal. Okay, and I'm going to need 6 of these, and these do stack. 6 of those. How are we doing over here? Because I'm going to need... I need silver again. Totally keep forgetting stuff. I think everything else is being cooked. So the solar panel, and then the battery box. Yep, so I'm going to finish cooking this stuff up and then I'll be back. Alright, let's start with the solar panel because it's pretty simple. It's a blue doped wafer, or a blue alloy ingot surrounded by blue doped wafers. That gives us a solar panel. And then we will make the battery box, which is blue doped, iron. I didn't need 6 of them, but that's okay. And a piece of wood. Okay. And I think that's going to be all we need for this. So it's daytime out right now. Let's go steal an apiary because I don't think I want to leave my apiaries over here permanently. I put them over here because it was a convenient place at the beginning, but it's not where I'm going to want to keep these things. So let's pick this thing up. And let's go put it out with the rest of our farms because that's where a lot of our piping already exists, so we might as well make use of that. So somewhere under here, should be right about here, is my piping. Maybe over by 1. Yep, there it is. Okay. So somewhere right around here is where I want to do this. Let's place it right here. Looks good. And I'm going to want to try to hide as much of this as possible because it gets a little bit ugly. But for now I'm going to just dig a lot of stuff under it and I'll clean up the mess later. First thing we need to do is put the filter in. Oops. Because the filter is what actually pulls items out of this inventory. Now I want to pull out of the side, so I'm going to place it right there. Although I need it to be facing the right way. So I need it to be facing like that. Perfect. Okay, so that's going to pull items out of there. I may want to move this back one. Just so... it's fine for now. Okay, so items are going to get pulled out of there. Let's dig some more space around this thing. I need to make a couple of pipe stuff. Whoa, dangerous. Now I can't use Buildcraft pipes, I need to use red power pipes. They're called pneumatic tubes actually. And off the top of my head I believe they're brass. Whoops. Yeah, brass and glass. So brass is 3 copper and a tin in an alloy. So let's just do that and tin. We'll see if we can get some brass, and it's brass and glass. So let me grab some glass. brass and glass. I'm also going to want some of this. Plenty. I'll just let that make the rest of that brass. Alright, let's see if we can pipe some of this stuff up. Now, I happen to know that I want this to be powered. So if you put redstone on there, it becomes a redstone pneumatic tube. And I'll get into what that means here in a little bit, but I'm going to want that right here. Then I'm going to want my sorting machine right here. And it's not facing the right direction though. I need it to face up. So let's see if this works. I think that did it. Maybe. It might be upside down actually. Dirt. Well, I'll find out which way I have it here shortly. Because I want this to pull the stuff that shows up in the center area out and put it into this sorting machine. Now the sorting machine lets us it sort of works like a diamond pipe, except in the red power world. So what we're going to want to do is tell it that a drone is going to go through the white pipe, a queen will be there, and then everything else will be, don't want this here. I don't know if I can turn that off. We want it in that mode. So everything else will be magenta. Right? I think that's right. We're going to do some playing around with it here to make sure we've got it going the way we want it to. I'm going to have to go a little bit further down. So then we're going to come out of here. And we need it to place items in the top. So this is going to be a little bit ugly. And I want it to come around here, and we'll fix the fact that it's touching everything in a minute. Okay. And it's nighttime. I'm going to go sleep through the night real quick. I think I changed my mind a little bit on how I'm going to lay this thing out. I was trying to hide things, but I need to be able to power this. So let's pick this back up. And we're going to place it up here. Right there. I'll fix the orientation here in a little bit. Well, which direction do we need this to go? I can't remember which way it needs to go. I'll find out as soon as we make it happen here. Let's pick up all this stuff. Okay, and I want the one between these to be the red. Alright, so pneumatic pipe and 2 more. Alright, so we need to block some of these pipes from connecting. We don't want this pipe to connect to that pipe, and we don't want this pipe connecting into this filter. So the way we do that is we grab our diamond handsaw, which I got a minute ago, and we can slice things up like I was talking about before. And you can pretty much slice any vanilla block. I'm going to do dirt because this is outside and I feel like doing dirt. So I'm going to cut that in half, and then one more time, and one more time again. So that gives us a whole bunch of covers. And what covers allow you to do is you place a cover, and now those two things can't connect. Cool. So let's place another one right here. Oops. Shift click. Ah! They're hard to get rid of once they're like that. Dang it. Okay, well, works now. Let's just put one more right there. There we go. Now it's making more sense. Just so it's flat. Unfortunately, this thing will never have any grass on it, but that's okay. Let's just get rid of it. Alright, and then I'm going to place the solar panel. I guess I'm going to place it right here for now. Kind of wanted to place it right there. Wonder if there's any way I can do that. Ah, getting stuck in this cover. Seems to be a visual bug with these covers not disappearing, making it very confusing. So if we place that there, that should start powering this, and we'll see this thing start eventually to fill up. There it goes with a little bit. So that's going to get power to this thing, so I have to go up a little bit further now. Okay, that'll work. I don't think this blocks that solar panel. I hope it doesn't. We will do this again. Sorry guys, I haven't actually tested this yet, so I'm not 100% sure how I want to do it. So we're finagling a little bit. Probably should have tested it. Let's run these along the side. And then to the bottom. Okay, so the reason I'm running to the top and the bottom is because the apiary, this is the top slot, this is the bottom. So that's how you fill it up. So let's cover some of this stuff up so that we are not having pipes connect where we don't want them to connect. And one right on the edge there. And that should do that. Okay, let's redo our sorting over here. So we want this in that mode. We'll just do white. We'll make this orange. This will be our drone. And then magenta for our queen, which I don't have a queen, but that's okay. I think that'll work. Let's fill in some of these holes. Oops, gonna need that open for now. Alright, and the last thing we need to do is paint, so that sorter knows where to send things. So, in order to make paint, we need some flax seed. As you can see, I redid cobblestone over here. How much flax seed do I have? Not a whole lot. Because we need, let's see, 2 of them, plus a paint can and that. So a paint can is tin plating, which is made by doing an iron and tin in an alloy furnace. So let's get a whole bunch more tin. Let's make some tin plating. So I'm going to be, I think we're running probably long on this episode, so I'm going to try to wrap this up really quickly. So I'm going to make these paint cans sort of mostly off camera, and then we'll be back. Alright, the other thing we're going to need is paintbrushes. You make those with a stick and some wool. So we take our paintbrushes on our paint cans and we combine those and we get a magenta brush and a white paintbrush. I'm not going to be able to do the orange yet. I don't know if this repairs them. It does repair them, which is a little bit not intended, but oh well. This is where I'm storing stuff, and it's nighttime, of course, so I'm going to sleep, and then we'll try to paint this stuff. Alright, I think we might be able to get away with doing this, so we don't have to paint all of them. So let's try that. Let me actually place that. Let's see if we can get this thing to refresh. Well, it thinks it's not connected, but I'm pretty sure that's connected. There, now I know it's connected. Alright, so what are we going to do next? I also need to place a chest down over here so that it has a place to put anything that overflows. And I got rid of my crafting table, so let's just make another one. And this won't be a chest for long, it's just a chest for now for me to test all this stuff with. And we want that to be right there. Should work. Actually, yeah, I think that'll work. Alright, so let's paint a couple of these spots. So we want to paint, how did I mark these in here? White is the default, so that will be for the queen. No. How am I going to do this? Alright, well, orange is the drone. That's easy enough. Let's actually change it to white for now. White. So we want white to go down here. Okay. Then magenta should be this one. And then anything else? I have to think about this. Well, let's paint that magenta. Let me think about this for a minute. I'll be right back. So it turns out I do need more flaxseed. I need one more paint color, so I'm going to use the last of my seed and some bone meal. And we'll see what we can do about getting more of this stuff going. Bone meal. Okay, that should do it. I'll let the last one just grow naturally. So I'm going to make one more paint color. Okay, so we've got it all colored. We've got orange up to the chest, we've got white to the bottom, magenta to the top, and then an overflow on white to the chest. So let's try to do this now. Alright, so we want this in that method. So anything that isn't sorted, we want to go into the orange. So that's the overflow into this chest. We want white to be our drone. And we want magenta to be our princess, which I don't have one handy at the moment. I can go grab one. How we doing? This thing has not produced anything. So let me go grab a princess, an extra princess, and I am running low on food. I'm going to go grab a princess and we'll put it in there and then we'll do some manual testing of this. Well, I grabbed a princess, but on my way over there I just realized I could do this a slightly different way and it wouldn't matter. If I change this to magenta and this to orange, I know what's going to come out of this thing is that. and I only am going to get one extra thing, and that's the princess. So that should do it. So let's do a quick little test. If I grab a lever, we throw it right on here, I should be able to pull something out, and then I need to put a lever on this to process it. No. What did I pull out? I pulled out a drone. Where did it go? Oh, this thing doesn't know. Yeah, it knows how to get to white. 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 Yeah, now it's all jammed up. What is stuck? Let's do orange so that it can clear. Ooh. What is going on here? I have plenty of power. Oops. Alright, I'm going to play with this and figure out what's going on. Alright, so I recycled this a little bit. I think the problem was the lever I had on the sorter. So I just got a honeycomb. Took forever. Let's see what happens when I pulse this. Perfect. That got sorted exactly like it was supposed to. So we'll wait for the queen to die off and leave their spawn behind, and we'll test that. Oh, there we go. So let's pulse. That does one of those. We'll do another pulse. And that jams it up. Why does that jam it up? Meadows drone unknown. Meadows drone unknown. I wonder if I need one more pipe right there. I did. Okay. So it didn't have any way to get to the white. So that's going to put one in the bottom. Now the next one it pulls out should try to go in the bottom, but there won't be room, so it'll just pass right by and it'll go all the way into the chest. And it looks like that's what just happened. Perfect. And the last thing is the queen, or the princess, I guess. And there it goes again. Perfect. So we've got this thing working. We are out of time on this episode, so I'm going to wrap it up here, and next time we'll actually automate this thing, maybe clean it up a little bit. So this is Kyle with the Brothers Claws, wrapping up episode 19 of Pandora with Kyle. I will talk to you guys later.